My name is Gregory Hamilton, and this is the Highway to Heaven in 88 steps. Today is day 12, and there's change happening, isn't there? I mean, there's just no way around it. When you keep doing something repetitively, things start to grow. Now, how are we going to be able to take and use all of our whys and what we're doing and find a purpose and see a progress and all these type of things? How can we keep putting it together and at the same time simplifying it so that we slow down, remind ourselves that we're trying to talk to God, God is trying to talk to us, so that we can do these type of things. So how do we manifest this change? Well, as we discussed yesterday, we've got the different 1-1 with the notebook. We've got the physical proof of it. We've also got the mental aspect of thinking about the notebook when we're not there. Well, today's day 12. So let's manifest things in our own life now that we can sit there and take our notebook, take our mind, take our intentions, and then now do the change. Do some sort of a change that now puts it all together. Does this make sense? You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep doing simple steps. One brick, one day. And we're going to keep adding things to our life and adding things to our life so it simplifies it. Okay, right? So day 12 is how do we manifest change? Sometimes we all get so stuck in our ways that we don't realize that we don't do anything different ever. Some of us are so addicted to change that we're constantly changing our hair, our color, the style, okay? So it's always going to be different for everybody. But how do you manifest that change? So let's say you're one of these women that are constantly, or men, that are constantly trying to stay up on the fashion with the way you look, the way you dress, the way your hair is, the way you smell, all of this stuff. This is all important stuff, you know. Respect yourself, absolutely. But if you're constantly trying to get the approval from someone else, then maybe you can just stop what you're doing. And if you have never changed, change it. Change it. Something simple. Cut your hair. Now somebody will sit there and go, oh my gosh, you cut your hair. Now you don't have to sit there and tell them why you did it. Just listen to what they say. The compliment, take the criticism, do whatever. Because, you know, we're doing our own thing now, right? But this is another physical reminder. When somebody sits there and says, hey, you look different, you're like, that's right, because I'm changing and I'm doing something different. And I'm actually doing things to the point of doing things physically different. Not only here, but I'm doing it consciously. I'm not doing this. I didn't cut my hair to please you anymore. I didn't cut my hair to stay in fashion anymore. I did it for me, so that I have a physical reminder so that you tell me I can go right back into my head, into my notebook, and tie everything together by physically doing that. Okay, maybe other way that makes it a little bit more productive in your life and a little bit more physical that you see on a day-to-day basis, because this is your personal highway. So how else can we do a change? Change your room. Change your living room. Change the house on the outside patio. Change your closet where you always got your pants on the right side and the shirts on the left side. Just do something simple. Just change it. And what you're doing is you're consciously changing yourself so that there's a reminder when you see it every day now. You're like, oh yes, I changed that, and I changed it on purpose so that I can remind myself to sit there. It's nothing more than a post-it note, right? These are how we talk to ourselves. Remember, we're going right back to the beginning. There's nothing that's going to change, and it's always going to be the same thing. It's the repetitive. Do I even talk to myself? If If I do, I should be asking myself some serious questions. I should be more aware of this. What is it that I want to do with my God-given talent within my life? You're the boss. You're going to have to now set the example for your employee, okay? So you're going to do some sort of physical change when you come up to work to keep them off guard, to show that things are going to constantly change, because what? The weather's going to change, the terrain's going to change. When you're building a highway, you don't just all of a sudden just pick a direction and just start laying bricks, right? You have to go out in front of everything, pick it up, turn it around, repack it, redo it, flatten it out, and then you start doing your bricks. So there's a whole process of every single bit of doing the simple task of one brick, of one day, of asking yourself, what is it that I am supposed to be doing? What is it that I want to be doing? What is it that God wants me to be doing? If you believe that there is no purpose here and that we are just Darwinism, swamp creatures, well, you can see where that kind of mentality takes us. When we come up from a swamp and just sit there and evolve like this type of a theory talks about, it's about survival of the fittest. It's just about consumption of everything around you so that you can survive. Swamp. Is there teamwork in a swamp? Absolutely not, right? I mean, it's survival of the fittest. Likes by likes might get together, but even then they attack each other and stuff, right? I mean, go spend the night in the swamp. If you really think that this is what we are, well, you most likely you don't, because you wouldn't already be doing this type of work that you're doing on this highway to heaven. And that's what the whole highway premise is, the whole ball of wax is. It's nothing more than what others have been saying and talking about, is that it is biblical. Your life is scripted. Your life is for a purpose. And the more you ask yourself, what is it that I want to do, you're going to slow down, find things that you enjoy, that allow you to contemplate those type of questions. So do the physical change of anything. You're already doing it right now. You consciously have changed that you want to change. You've already changed and physically changed that you're keeping a notebook, right? You've physically changed already about trying something new. So just keep on going with that simple step of one brick, one day. Today's day 12. Just do a metaphysical change in your life, because all things can go back or forward or change it back or whatever, right? So don't be afraid, because it will change no matter what. So make it happen. I pray for you. I pray for America.